Hi children, welcome back to the revision class of talking about environment, that is our 15th chapter, and it includes about environment. Environment is nothing but it is a combination of living and non-living things. The living things that include plants, animals, microbes, etc. Whereas the non living things such as air, water, soil, these are non living things. Living and non living things, they are interdependent. For example, we depend upon the nature for different purposes. We breathe oxygen that is present in the air, and in our daily life we drink water and we use water for many purposes, and as well we get food from plants and animals. And here the plants and animals, they not only give food from them, we also get cloths made by their fibers. We construct houses by the material that we got from plants and soil, and we burn the fuels from the plant and as well as fossil fuel like petrol, coal, which is made up of minerals. Here metal and plastics are also made by the minerals that we are using in our daily life. So here we directly or indirectly depending upon the natural resources, so that it is our responsibility to know about these natural processes. Next, here let us see how do a human being is causing damage to the natural resources. Day by day our population increasing and our needs also increasing. Everyone, they love to live happily, so that whatever you want you could get from the nature. Whatever the thing that we are using today, it is made up of human being or otherwise it is available naturally. All they are given from the nature itself, and we are calling them as natural resources. For example, if you need to conserve the water, then we have to conserve even petrol, coal, minerals, etc. Okay, so nowadays the scientists, they are very worrying about how to conserve the natural resources. Why? Because we are means the human population is growing day by day, so that our needs also increasing, and we are cutting down trees in the forest to construct the building, and we are using the ores, cement, concrete that produced by the soil that we get from the earth, so that many natural resources, they come to over up. And as well we are utilizing, we are extracting petrol, coal from the earth, and we are burning as a fuel. If you keep going on burning them, one day will come where there is no more fuel will be there. And as well as by this we are producing much air pollution. Means while burning the coal and petrol, it releases harmful gases which is causing damage to the air. Okay, and as well as here whatever the sewage water, that used water and drainage water, if you let it the water to enter into water body, then the water present in the water body, it gets spoiled, means it get polluted, and the factory releases harmful gases with polluting air. So that we should not allow the water to mix up with the drainage water. By doing all these, we are making the imbalance of the nature. So it is our responsibility to conserve our resources. And what happens if we keep going on doing all these things? What bad effects should we face? So here air pollution causes breathing problem, and burning of fuel and cutting down of trees, they increase the gas in the air, as well as it leads to global warming. When globe become warm, when earth become warm, then the snow present in the polar region, it get melt, and it increases the level of ocean, and it totally immerse the earth. Whatever the land present on the earth, it will be submerged in the water, right? And as well as these harmful gases released by burning plants or burning fuel, they mix up with the air, and it forms a chemical called acid, and this acid will fall as a rain, and we call it as acid rain. As well, there are many problems. When the drinking water is polluted by sewage, we are going to get the diseases like cholera, typhoid, dysentery, etc. And these poisonous chemicals that are released into water, it kills the fishes and plants that are present in the aquatic ecosystem. So that's why the pollution shows many effects on our livelihood. It is our responsibility to conserve them. So let us see conserving the natural resources. Here we all know that we use oxygen that is present in the air for breathing purpose, and even every burning material it require oxygen. So when we use this oxygen, we release the harmful gas called carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and luckily the plants takes the oxygen carbon dioxide and it gives us oxygen. Plant takes the carbon dioxide and gives us oxygen by the process of photosynthesis. So to make the air purify, definitely we have to plant the trees. Means afforestation is very necessary. By the afforestation, we could remove the harmful substance from the nature that is released by the vehicles or automobiles or otherwise factories or burning fuel, etc. Right? So as well as along with afforestation, we could arrange catalytic converter in the automobiles, which can reduce the bad effect of air pollution. Next, come to water conservation methods. We know that water cycle puts the water balance in the nature, but because of our activities, means when rainfall occurs, the water seeps into the deeper layer of the soil and it increases the groundwater level. Due to increased population, the use of water become more, and when we use up the total groundwater, then availability of groundwater become less, and it can't be replenished by the water cycle. It don't have enough time to recycle. So that here definitely we have to store the water in the underground. That's why we have to construct percolation pits, and we have to construct dams, and as well as percolation tanks. And traditionally we are harvesting the rainwater. We have to do rainwater harvesting. Along with this, we should not allow the water to get pollute, water to get wastage. How can you stop the wastage? Don't brush or don't leave the tap running while you are brushing. Okay? And as well as bath with a bucket full of water, not by the shower. And don't add any bad things in the water because it pollutes the water. Okay? So rainwater harvesting steps will improve the groundwater level. Next, come to conservation of soil. We can conserve the soil by planting trees, by afforestation, and as well as the plants, they hold the soil particles tightly so that erosion also get reduced. Right? Next, forest. We know that forests are the lungs of the earth, so that in a proper way we should not allow the grazing of animals, we should not allow the cutting of plants in the forest, so that the forest area increases and the earth will be green. Next, fuels. If you burn the fuel, fuel is a non-renewable resource, and it produces it takes 100 to 200 years to get back. so that we should not waste the fuels, particularly fossil fuels like petrol and coal. So alternative methods we could use by using solar system or solar electricity, and using bicycles. By doing all these, we can reduce the environmental pollution, and as well as we can save the fuels. And minerals, the minerals should be recycled by recycling of different objects that is made up of minerals. Okay, so just simply by recycling process, we could get the minerals and water back. So children, this is about the revision of our lesson talking about natural resource. I hope you understood this class. In the next class, we'll discuss about question and answers. Thank you, Nana.